Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Checkpoints and getting to where you need to go can be a bit challenging to say the least. And this is one of the checkpoints. My friend was here, and one of the issues is that each city, each barangay can have its own rules. You've got federal rules, the Philippine rules, you've got city rules, you have province rules, you have the village called barangay rules, and these people, I think you're not supposed to be on a motorbike unless you're related, something like that. And he's saying they're brother and sister. And anyway, my friend tells me that she took this video, that he questioned them for about 10 minutes, looking over their documents, that type of thing, before he allowed them to pass on by. Uh, Many places you need a quarantine pass. And originally here in Cebu City, we were told that every household would get a quarantine pass. One person per household would be able to use that. In reality, uh, for instance, the condominium I live in, there are 40 units, probably at least 50 people, and we have one pass per day. One pass for the odd number day, one pass for the even number day. Even though we're in general quarantine time when more businesses are open, uh, there are a number of still very few buses running, no jeepneys in Cebu City. I think there are few in Mandaue City and more over across the bridge on Mactan Island. Also, they have tricycles running on Mactan, so each area is a little different. All across Manila areas, there are some areas that are still locked down. They've got more cases. Other areas have a more lenient general quarantine. So really, the transportation wherever you go is kind of hit and miss what you can find. Um, Anyway, I think this was going from Talamban, which is on the north, kind of a north suburb, a north area of Cebu City, and going back to Mandaue City, I think. And some of these people don't have the proper. Well, I think they can. I think they can are now allowed. They used to not be able to go across the borders, so they would have to their pass. They'd have to walk up to the border, then they could take a taxi or a bus. There would be a line of taxis waiting, or a bus terminal, temporary bus terminal set up. They have tried to kickstart to get domestic tourism going in certain areas. They've opened up, for instance, south of Cebu City. They also love the whale watching, the waterfalls, Kawasan Falls, scuba diving. They did a big promotion when they first opened up the whale watching. A lot of government employees went down, got in the boats, and they took some film and that type of thing. And what is happening is what I predicted many months ago, is that when they open up, you've scared, number one, most of the people don't have money. They've been out of work for about 5 months. Those that have money, nearly everybody is scared to death that they're going to die of this virus, even though over 90% of the cases are mild or even no symptoms. They've been convinced by all the propaganda, whatever you want to call it. All you hear is how many cases. You never hear that over 90% of them are mild and no symptoms. And anyway, they're people are afraid to go out and spend money. So even in the malls, you'll see people in the malls, but most of them are about the only place they're spending money is in the grocery store. And I'm afraid that's going to go for many, many months. I'm afraid that it's going to take a long time to recover from this. You can't recover from a 7, 8, 9 month type thing. Anyway, more countries are talking about trying to start international tourism. I saw some news about Thailand the other day, And they're saying, well, we understand we need to get international tourism. Now they're talking about certain corridors where they can just certain corridors, and they'll have a from this country, this part of this country to this part of our country, Thailand, and we'll keep it very well under control. Well, who's going to travel if you take all the fun out of travel? Who's going to go on vacation, a tour to another country, or even in their own country, if you take all the fun out of it and you try to control everything that those people do? Wear a mask, stand here, do this, do that. You can't do this. So while they're saying, well, we really need to get tourism going, they're saying we're going to make it so that nobody's going to want to come to our country, basically. Anyway, life is loosening up a little bit, although still pretty strict with the passes and the checkpoints. Hopefully September 1st, things will loosen up a little bit more. Hopefully by August or October 1st, things will open up a little bit more. November, I'm thinking November, December will be the absolute earliest time for any international travel. Perhaps it'll even be next year. Anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.